watch them all, right?
At some point. We're live on YouTube, by the way, now, so we're going to go ahead and get started with Hellraiser. I'm paused at 0 seconds, hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. Tell me if you can hear it, Corbin. There's no sound. Hear that? Of course you don't. Alright, so we got to start it over because, you know, this is retarded. It's the thing I hate about watching anything on Amazon is because I got to do it this way. Why not both? Why not homeless orphans? Alright. Okay, I'm hitting play again in 3, 2, 1, now. Sound or no, Corbin? Okay, cool. So it's not working. Very good. Do you hear it? Okay. Okay. Huh. Oh, do I have I have YouTube muted, right? Okay, cool. That way we don't get the copyright bullshit. New World Pictures. Oh yeah. Huh. Okay. So would you call it Lovecraftian? Because I know Hybrid likes to abuse that term, but, you know. There's definitely Lovecraft influence, right? You know what? I just called this stream, you know, Hellraiser Redeye Theater, but I should have called it Who You Callin' Pinhead. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Yes, he sure is. What's in the box? Dude, that guy's fingernails are filthy. Bing chilling. Kuroko is up next? What do you mean? Like you're gonna try doing a Kuroko OC? I don't know what... Oh, Berserk is inspired by Hellraiser? Or vice versa? Which one was it? The God Hand from Berserk are clearly inspired by Hellraiser. Okay. When did this movie come out? Okay, because Berserk was 89. Okay. Yeah, Hellraiser was 87, so 2 years before Berserk, so there you go. Continue what you're saying? What are you talking about, Edgar? When you pull too hard, you rip the skin? Dude, a little cocky roach. Imagine if this went like... I mean, granted, then again, this might do something like that, but like... Remember in... What was it? One of the Creep Show movies, the fucking Bugs? Where the guy just gets like swarmed with cockroaches? Kuriko comment. What? I was just going to say, why the hell do you care what, like, to tell me about your OCs? Like, I don't care. If you're drawing a Kuriko OC, cool, good for you, I don't care. I'm not interested in the slightest. Especially if you're gonna make it degenerate furry shit like you did with the other ones. There he is, Pinhead Larry. I know there's one of the sequels where they, like, remind him he was human, and then he, like, becomes good for no reason. I only know that because, you know, that's where South Park, that's where they got the voice for Satan. Because, because he goes, wait, I remember. And, like, that's how they got the voice for Satan. Like, that's the voice that Trey Parker's doing with Satan in South Park. Yeah, yeah. I knew I recognized that guy from somewhere. We still need to watch Stepfather 3. Yeah. Imagine if just in this movie, like, he just went Stepfather and he's like, wait, who am I here? Berserk is inspired by Violence Jack? Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, it has a lot of inspirations. See, he just wants to have a perfect family. It's the same guy. I took inspiration from Blue and Evil Town, so Evil Town is easy to draw. You keep saying that, Edgar! It means nothing to me. Because he's like, oh, you know, draw Evil Town is easy to draw, but it's like, you cannot replicate Go Nagai's style. You're not that good. I'm sorry. Like, Yeah, your art is nothing compared to his, so it's not easy to draw. You're just wrong. No, this is Patrick. His response to me telling him his art is not as good as Gona Guy's was just to say, oh. Like Green Goblin. Like, look, I'm not trying... I meant the OVA, not the manga. Doesn't matter, you're still not as good. Like, I'm not trying to insult you, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're telling me it's easy with your not too good art, to like, your art's better than mine, I'll give you that, but it's not good. Well, yeah, Corbin, your art is better than Edgar's, correct. And Corbin says he'd gladly tell you it sucks. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything, but since you keep wanting my approval on your art, it fucking sucks. Yeah, if he did actually use those inspirations to spice up his art, as he always says. Well, no, he's saying that he took inspiration from Evil Town, so Evil Town's easy to draw. I have some stuff that I had delivered upstairs, but I really don't want to pause it because it'll fuck up the audio most likely. I'm just going to leave it running. If I miss anything important, just tell me, yeah? I'll be like 2 seconds. Not literally, but you know. Just practice. I'm not referring to fugitive Redeye. I was referring to me. Yes, and I was also referring to you, saying it's not great. I wasn't talking about my art. My art's not coming into question. I know mine's bad, but you're asking me my thoughts on yours, and I'm telling you, it's not easy for you to draw because you don't draw it well. Like, he thinks I'm talking about myself when I say that, but I'm not. Like, and again, I'm not trying to insult you, but since you keep bringing it up, you know? Well, no, if a chick was telling me she thought she was pretty, I would be much meaner than I am to Edgar with his art. Like, if it was a chick who asked me, oh, look at this I did, is this cute? I'd be like, no, fuck you. I'd be much meaner. I'm much meaner to women. You like? Hybrid, you like? Dick. It just slams the door in his face. Imagine after him, the next person to come to the door is the singing telegram lady. The one who gets shot in the Clue movie. I am your singing telegram. I came for the reception. Your birthday is March 9th? Okay, congratulations. Happy birthday on March 9th. Now watch this, he's probably going to ask me for something, right? And I'm going to just tell him no. He always asks me to upload fucking concept art. Well, it's because I have that bootleg disc that has a bunch of like Yorotsuki Doji manga panels, which I assume is what he's referring to, or maybe one of the other official DVDs I have that maybe has concept art on it or something. I don't know. But I don't care. I'm not going to do it. It's not my issue. You know what I mean? What about Larry? She's just going around the house having sexual fantasies about this guy the whole time. Like, Jesus. What a horny old bitch. In the book, what? Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't know, guys. I think he's winning. He's had her pinned for far more than 3 seconds. He cut his hand bad. What, is he a fucking pussy? How can you not stand to look at your own hand? Like, when I get injured, I always look at it. Yeah. Well, when I got that cut on my hand that has the scar on it now, like that cut, I obviously looked at it and I took a picture of it and showed it to you. Yeah. If you combine Violet's Jack with Where the Dead Go to Die with your Tsukidoji and with Wrath Temptation of Christ, what do you get? An awful, awful idea. What happens if you combine Saw with Barney the Dinosaur? What do you get? What happens if you combine VeggieTales and Sawo, the 100 Days of Sodom? I meant 120 days, but you know what I meant. What? Oh, the Marquis de Sade? Yeah, what about him? Yeah, you know, the Marquis de Sade is literally where we get the term sadism from. Hey, Corbett, what do you get if you combine My Chan's Daily Life with Peppa Pig? Dude, it's fucking... I didn't even think about the fact that there's a guy named Edgar in my chat that I've been making fun of, but it's Edgar from Men in Black. Because that's what it looked like at first, was like the cockroach guy. I like these effects. It would be better and edgier and no will be pussies if they review my work I am making. Okay, Edgar. Yeah, you were cutting out there. I didn't catch that. Oh, it is? So in the book, he's resurrected by cum, but in this, it's blood. One, I forgot to add it there in the comment. I knew what you meant. No one. But, like, it doesn't tell me anything. Like, those things you want to combine do not mesh. Yeah, like, yeah, maybe if you made sense, then we would understand, exactly. What the hell even is Where the Dead Go to Die? I'm sure it's awful. But he said, Violet's Jack and Where the Dead Go to Die both have in common. What do they have in common? Like you say they both have in common. What do they have in common? That they're both pieces of media? What would happen if you combined Hell of a Boss with your Tsukidoji? What would you get? No, but shit. There's all kinds of things wrong with that proposition. It sounds awful. No, fuck that. I ain't doing that. It's unnatural. No. What? Yeah. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Don't look at me! Yeah, it did look like one of those creepypasta gifts, didn't it? Yeah, seriously. Yeah, like in those smoking commercials? Or anti-smoking commercials? Oh, okay. I haven't seen Beetlejuice in forever. It's about Labby the dog. It's about Labby the dog doing fucked up shit and making them fucked up in the movie of ending. Edgar, that does not sound anything like Violence Jack if it's about a dog or something. Just because something is like edgy does not mean it's comparable to Violence Jack. What? Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that'd be cool. Again, just the context of it being cum in the book makes everything about this so much grosser. Yeah, she's gonna have to get guys to jerk off on him. Looks like the haunted mask. Labby or Violence Jack? Who would win? I don't know, but Violence Jack. Because I don't know anything about this Labby the dog. Because I'm not a fucking degenerate. But my guess is Violence Jack wins. Yeah, I mean, look, Theron, or Theron. I called you Theron. Look, Corbin. A boy can dream, right? Oh yeah! Imagine Kool-Aid Man just broke through the wall. Based? Question mark? Where the Dead Go to Die is an anthology horror movie. It's extreme sin. Okay, so you know what? This sounds like the kind of thing I might actually watch, but he's like describing one segment of it. Because this sounds like really fucked up, gory shit, you know? Yeah, this movie sounds incredibly extreme. I'm looking it up. This movie sounds like it's something. It does look like he got cum down his face. You like how I'm like, I'm not a degenerate, and then I look it up, I'm like, wow, this is really fucked up. Maybe this is something I'd watch. No, seriously, it does look like he has cum on his face. What the hell? I'm the baby, gotta love me. Not the mama, not the mama. Imagine if on dinosaurs they did like a maternity test, which wouldn't make sense because, you know, mothers would know that they're not the mother. But imagine they did that. It's like, you are not the mama. Did the animation look like Food Fight? Not in the pictures I was looking at. It was live action, the stuff I saw. Yeah, she does look a little bit like Nancy, doesn't she? Oh, I see what he means with the animation. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean by the Food Fight type animation. Yeah. So it's a bunch of animated shit. Yeah. I feel like I've heard of this. Maybe. Like Silent Hill? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay. Well, there you go. We'll probably watch it at some point, Edgar. But, yeah, it's supposed to be really bad, isn't it? Okay, Corbin. He's thirsty for Kirsty, am I right? Annie, Matt, and Mr. Enter reviewed it? Okay, cool. I don't watch either of them. Ethan recommended it to you? Huh. Yeah, I'm not going to quote those old comments that I deleted of his, but, you know. You know what I'm talking about. On a fucking Ape Escape stream, no less. That's some sick bars, Corbin. This next verse, though, these bars, poopy de scoop. Scoop dee dee whoop. Whoop dee scoop dee poop. You sick bastard. I take it you go down that rabbit hole from time to time, don't you? Could you imagine what any normal person hearing you say that would think? Happy funny monkey video, am I right? Well, yeah, if you're getting ripped apart, you're gonna scream. Yeah, you're a sick monkey, Corbin. Sick little monkey. Yeah. Well, you know, in Mai-chan's Daily Life, the movie, the new maid that comes there, like she sees the lady who owns Mai torturing her, and then she sees it, and at first she's like, "Oh no," but then she's also like, "Oh, it turns me on," so then she wants to torture Mai too, and she tells Mai that she loves her, and that's why she has to keep torturing her, because you know she loves her and she loves to like torture her. That turns her on. And obviously Mai hates it. Well, clearly you haven't seen very many women, then. Just piss on him. That'll revive him. Dude, she's like a Russian teenager having fun with homeless people. Seriously, you'd be surprised how many fucking Russian teenagers just beat homeless people to death for fun. It's fucked up. Like, that's what 3 Guys, 1 Hammer is. Do you think it's funny that I'm, like, criticizing you for monkey torture videos, and now I'm talking about 3 Guys, 1 Hammer? 3 monkeys, 1 hammer? What? Yeah. The monster does look pretty cool. He's a monster man. Oh yeah, of course. And then you put a bunch of like Mr. Potato Head pieces in their face to try and make them look normal. And then you let him be then you let him be a cop for a day. It would be horrible though when you think about it. Like, those people are really unfortunate. Look, Ma, I'm a Picasso. Dude, meat from Mortal Kombat origin story? Bones? He did look like he had more flesh before. Like, he had less of a face, maybe, but he had more flesh. Yeah. Yeah. Would you sacrifice people to bring your boyfriend back to life, Corbin? You'd sacrifice monkeys, okay. Would be funny if he just turned out to be like the stepfather character though, and so like they were both murderers at this point. I think it's bullshit though that the families at the end of Stepfather 1 and 2 both get the better of him when he's killed countless families before, and like these ones just happen to get the better of him. Yeah. They just have him creeping at night like Tommy Wright. Yeah. Well, he's creepier from a distance. Yeah. The sequels focus more on Pinhead, don't they? Like he's just one of the Cenobites. I mean, yeah. You know, she did say she'd do anything, so, you know, just killing people and being with him when he's like this is part of anything, right? Hey, monkey! He beat the monkey with the stick. The monkey fall down and I laugh, and then he get hit and he fall again. Do you think in India they torture monkeys, since monkeys, like, run rampages in their fucking towns? Because you know that, right? Like, monkeys are like a common pest in Indian towns. The guy's just stealing a bunch of grasshoppers. He will eat the bugs. Theron, why'd I call you Theron again? God damn it. Corbin, he's just really on board with the Great Reset. He's already eaten the bugs. You know, I've got like 6 other fucking Dragon Ball video ideas that I'm gonna work on. Probably end up being more than that because you know I just keep coming up with ideas. What? Yeah, he should totally have his flesh back after this guy. Considering how much how different he looked after the first guy. Yeah, it seems that the scaling is completely wonky in this. Yeah, a little cut resurrects him. But a full guy doesn't fully restore his flesh, and 2 full guys, I assume, aren't going to fully restore his flesh either, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's hardly any... He still looks like fucking meat. Jordan Peters. Hey, a Red Skull? Well, do you know why? Because like there was like a movie or comic or something that tried to make him like Red Skull, like they clearly made Red Skull based off Jordan Peterson in like some new comic. Yeah. Yeah. Come to think of it, Corbin, when we watched Berserk, didn't I say something to the effect of when I saw the God Hand that this looks like some shit from Hellraiser? Didn't I say something like that too? Really? Huh. I would never have guessed that. But them gender swapping Pinhead in the remake actually isn't necessarily just a gender swap for the sake of it. It's because he was actually a woman in the book. Right. Because the book is a lot more sexualized. Right. Well, considering she kept lusting over this guy and whatnot. Yeah. Do they think it's the cleanest, best pleasure? But yeah, so they think pleasure and pain are like the same, so that's why they think the greatest pleasure is immense pain. BDSM demons. Yeah. Yeah, so they're just like malevolent gods. Uh-huh. Is this narcissism? Why would he just be like at this point the reacting like my reaction to her just being like don't go in there, it would not be it's okay, it'd be like what the hell are you hiding from me? You know what I mean? Considering she keeps like saying don't go up there, see, don't go in there. And he's just like, no, it's okay, it's okay. Like, my reaction would not just be, it's okay. It would be, what the hell are you hiding? Why are you so desperate to keep me out of there? Yeah, by murdering people, yeah. Yeah, your ex is trying to your girlfriend, your wife is trying to resurrect her ex by murdering people in your attic. Yeah, that would be awful. Imagine he just starts watching, so that it turns out this guy's like the guy she's resurrecting is just a cuck. Yeah, see, imagine he just starts fucking jacking off just watching. Also, this guy's fucking her right now, and she's saying very loudly, "No, please don't." I would be like, "What's wrong with you? You okay?" Ew. Nasty. What was the point of peeling that rat? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna man up and do it anyway. Have you read the book in its entirety? With a mouse. Would you with a fox in a box? Freddy Krueger got that drip. Yeah, he got so much drip, he's dripping on the floor. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, it's Gus Fring's, like, fucking melty half. But, like, that's the whole Gus now. Well, I think her actual concern is that she's taken some guy into the house. You should have looked at me, Hector. Yeah. Yeah, I like how he just tossed her. She's the one who was hitting you first, you idiot. Of course she's not going to listen. Like, I guess he could be trying to appeal to her humanity, but that's not going to work. Dude, he's getting it on with that guy. Like, you see the way he was sensually caressing him and staring at him? Oh, squeal! You know I own Deliverance, but have still yet to watch it. But that's the thing I know about it, is gay rape. I've heard it's actually a good movie, though. The only movie with gay rape that I've seen is Vulgar. You've seen Vulgar, right? Don't worry about it, Corbin. It looks cool, that's why. It doesn't have to make sense. Come to Daddy. You like where this is going? I don't think it's his daughter. I think it's like his niece. Because I think he's the other guy's brother, and the other guy's her father. And also the thing you're holding. Yeah. See, that shot of her running was absolutely necessary for the jiggle. Think about it. Think of the benefits, right? Yeah, see? Yeah, so he's a pervy uncle who also has like no flesh and has like eats people. Ah, there you go. Right. You're finally awake. This looks like one of those evil doctors you see in like as a villain in a horror movie. I know saying evil and doctor is like redundant, right? Now imagine the doctor starts coming onto her. Maybe this will jog your memory. Whips out his cock. Well, I think it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it. Like think about it. With Nightmare on Elm Street, it would make a ton of sense. She activated the Behelit. You know, something that I think is funny. With certain forms of media and art, people love to call out quote-unquote plagiarism, right? Anime... like most of the stuff in like some of the most popular anime and manga in the world, they would call plagiarism if it was Western. Like how many times imagery is just like very clear. Like I don't consider it plagiarism; it's an homage. But many like artists that harp on things for allegedly being plagiarism just give it a pass when it's anime. Right. Because obviously, inspiration is not plagiarism, and I think homage and parody are great. But a lot of the people who harp on things that do it far less than anime. Because anime will have, like, direct things where it's just characters that are drawn straight out of something. Like on the Dragon Ball we watched the other night. What about Berserk Guts in the manga? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, because, like, here's the thing. Like, so Kenshiro, right, from Fist of the North Star. He literally just is Mad Max. You know that, right? Like, he's literally just, like, an anime version of Mad Max, the way he's drawn. But you never hear people call Fist of the North Star plagiarism. Yeah. No, Berserk, it is obvious. And, like, the thing is, like, with everything it is, like, when you look at, like, Devilman, the inspirations, like, the illustrations that were used as inspiration for Devilman are pretty obvious when you look at the original pictures, too. Well, you've seen that thing that, like, the Kako Demon just was, right? In Doom? Like, the Kako Demon in Doom is literally just, like, the head of a monster from a painting. I think, was it a Metal album cover that it was? Kako Demon... Okay, so it was a cover, so yeah, they literally, so the Kako Demon is literally the face of a demon from a Dungeons & Dragons expansion. That's what it is. Did you know about that one? We came... Which one is this? Hellraiser 1. I'm pretty sure that something like that has to exist as, like, a parody, right? Right. What benefit would opening the box have if they just rip you apart? Yeah, that's horrible. I'd never go anywhere near that fucking thing. So they think it's the ultimate pleasure, but then it's fucking awful. This inspired Yu-Gi-Oh's puzzle unsealing of power and the S&M. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Right. I mean, you can make it work. No, Hellraiser, Silent Hill, and No End House absolutely would go together. Yeah, way more than one of Edgar's ideas. He's wearing his brother's face then? Yeah, look, he's clearly wearing his brother's face. Believe it! Yeah, it's like obvious. Like, look at his head. It looks, it's like, the skin's like barely hanging on there in a couple of places. Yeah. You fucked up my face. Nothing personnel. Yeah, do you like steal her life force? He looks like Vince McMahon there with that face. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely. This definitely got some Lovecraft inspiration. Why doesn't she just be like, "Hey, Cenobites, here's your man." Yeah, hashtag the Cenobites did nothing wrong. You said they're all on here, right? I've got 2 on DVD, I think, actually, if not. But if they're all on here, that would be easier, because then I don't have to look for it. No, I've heard the sequels get pretty bad. Like I said, I know there's... Yeah. Have you seen all of them, or... Okay. 4? Okay. Of these movies? Okay. Like, seriously, like, she should just be like, "Hey, he's here, come get him." Like, she should have done that multiple times already. These things are fucking hideous. I love it. Like, the Cenobites have really gross designs. Yeah. Seriously, when this guy gets angry, like when it's this guy and not the brother, he looks a lot like Vince McMahon when he makes angry faces. They said this isn't for your eyes, so, you know, if you're smart, you'll get the fuck out of there. That guy looks like a thumb person from fucking Spy Kids. He's making the wall bleed. He's gonna give it to her like DMX gives it to a dog. You know what else that box kind of looks like? You know in Morrowind when you have to get the Dwemer puzzle box? Yeah, like the Dwemer puzzle box kind of looks like that. Imagine if after they fucking zapped away, that they just poofed back and said, "Haha, gotcha." Corbin, if every movie was the way that your head was, movies would be a lot more fucked up. And I'd be all for it. Seriously, I wonder if the Dwemer puzzle box was designed after that doll, because it really does look a lot like that. There's the Spy Kids thumb person. Imagine if this guy, like, the twist was he was a Cenobite. Have you not seen the first one before? I don't know why, but this back and forth is kind of funny. Oh, the way they're just fighting over the box. And that thing's just kind of flailing around. Now that's what I call a sticky situation. Imagine if at the end of the movie, this boy that she's with just says, "Come to daddy," and it reveals that he's actually Frank. This guy looks gay, though. Like, I know he's just 80s, and 80s just kind of looks gay, right? Yeah, the way they dressed was goofy as hell. Yeah. Well, I honestly think that, like, women's clothes were, like, more normal, whereas guys dressed like fucking clowns in the 80s. Like, the denim that she's got on looks fine. But that fucking weird-ass twink shirt that guy has with that twink hairstyle, you know? I like vaporizer sounds, Corbin. What are you talking about? You were cutting out. All I heard was synthetic music there. It depends on the synthetic music? Okay. Dude, that freaky hobo was a dragon the whole time. Dovahkiin. Yeah, he's just in that shop, the fucking shop from Gremlins with the guy who's like, you know, I have Mogwai. Oh, this was the beginning of the movie. Alright, before we move on, Corbin, let me show you the thing that inspired the Kako Demon, yeah? Yeah, but you see what I mean, right? Like, it's literally just the face of this thing. Yeah, but no, this actually is where the Kako Demon came from. Yeah, it works better just as a floating head, doesn't it? I'm not familiar. I haven't really played D&D, so you know. Only a few of them are... 2 is free, and then Judgment, which is a new one, which we're probably not going to watch. Unless we decide to watch all of them, right? Wait, there's 2 Hellraiser Judgments. There's one from 2018 and one from 19... But like I said, 2 is included, so we can watch 2. But some of them cost, as you can see. Do you have the one where you pay extra for no ads and stuff? Because, like, granted, we didn't get ads there, which was cool. But, do you have the one where you pay extra, do you think? Ah, your mom goes to college. Got him. Alright, should we start it then? Alright, 3, 2, 1, now. Hopefully you can still hear it. Let me know. You don't. But you didn't really hear anything in this part last time, so let's just see, yeah? We'll see. There's no sound here, so that's not going to help. Okay, sound please. You hear this? Nothing? Okay, fuck. Alright, we gotta start over. Boy, do I love... That's why, like I said, I fucking hate watching stuff on Amazon, because it's so finicky with this. But it's also because I use a different browser, because I'm not using my Amazon account, because I don't have a paid subscription. Kyler does. Alright, we're gonna try again. Hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. Anything? Okay, cool. Was your sound off last time? Okay. Like I said, there's no noise here in this part. Fucking, what the hell? Fucking bullshit, where did that go? Fucking bullshit. Okay, no, it's right there. Never mind, we're good. What was that, Corbin? I had the headset off. You were cutting in and out a lot there. I heard it's really funny that, and then you cut out. Yeah, right. That thing's a female? The bald one? The bald Cenobite is a female. I couldn't tell. It's like that scene in the Lorax. You wouldn't hit a woman. That's a woman? At least the only part that I missed fucking around with shit in my room was the recap. Okay, do you want me to pause it? Because remember, that probably will fuck it up. I'll take that as a no since you haven't said anything yet. Maybe you already stepped away to be quick. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh. Ah. 10th Prestige Lobby. Oh, Corbin's not in the chat anymore. Isn't that something? Pretty sweet. I just saw the fucking drip oolong that Corbin posted in the chat. Alright, tell you what, I'm gonna pause it. It's at 5:29. 5 minutes, 29 seconds. I paused it. It's probably gonna fuck up the audio, but since Corbin's not here, I'll pause it for now, because I have no way of knowing when he'll return. Well, I couldn't tell that because you cut out and then you weren't there. So hopefully it didn't fuck it up. Let's find out. Again, we're at 5:29. I'm just going to hit play. Can you still hear it? Cool. Yeah, I figured it would. But when you cut out, I couldn't tell if you were coming back or not. And I know you really wanted to watch this, so how about now? Perfect. What's that? You cut out. Oh yeah, it's showing his origin. Okay. Yeah, I would. People that argue what? That it isn't Lovecraftian? Well, like, look, obviously it's not like the prime example of Lovecraftian, but there's definitely Lovecraftian elements that I would call it Lovecraftian, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, like it's a guy who just like discovered the fucking box and then got turned into a fucking monster. Yeah. He sure showed that bag of bones. I feel like I've seen this guy in something before, this psychiatrist or detective or whatever he is. He's a detective, right? Or a cop? Yeah, she is kind of similar to Nancy. I mean, granted, they're both like the final girl trope, you know? Yeah. Like when Freddy's tongue comes out of the phone and the bathtub scene. Yeah. Okay, cool. Just checking something. I figure you know what I was checking. Right. Yeah, I keep calling you Theron. God damn it! Why? Why do I do it? I was gonna say, yeah, Corbin. Ed Gein, basically Picasso. Did Leonardo da Vinci dig up dead people? And Ed Gein never actually confirmed killed anyone, did he? Okay, yeah, he is a murderer. I'm looking. Confirmed, let's see, how many kills? Yeah, two confirmed murders, 7 suspected, 9 corpses mutilated. Ed Ice 2 old ladies, maybe his bro. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's 7 that they think that he killed, but they can't prove it. Yeah, Ed Gein does kind of look like Ernest. Honestly, this institution also does kind of like remind me of like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is the one that Nancy comes back in. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know because I don't have any of the newer ones to compare it to. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, a lot of old slashers did that. Like the final girl is like a trope in old slasher movies. With Hellraiser, they don't need that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I only have the first one and what we've seen of this one so far. Yeah, well, I'm not necessarily calling it just a slasher, but you know it definitely has slasher tropes. Like you're saying is doing it a disservice, like the plot could have been better if they didn't do that? Yeah. I mean, look, Corbin, 80s horror all had similar tropes, you know. Slasher and, like, there's a bunch of stuff that, like, kind of, there's a lot of crossover with different horror movies of the time, you know? Yeah, no, the books are probably way more brutal, right? Like, do you think that the books have, like, no what, like, they always have, like, the humans lose? I've seen that corpse before. Yeah, they use that picture in creepypastas a lot. Yeah, it does feel like something you'd see in Silent Hill. Yeah, it does feel like a nightmare from Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Nevertheless, I still love me some 80s horror. Slashers are fun, and, you know, things that are similar to slashers are also fun. Taste it, see if it's blood. Wait, no, really? I was joking! Don't do it, you crazy bitch! Isn't that chick literally in Nightmare on Elm Street 3? That blonde one? She does have Leonardo DiCaprio's jaw, you're right. Oh, I'm seeing stars. Hi, Leonardo DiCaprio. That guy's chimping out. Okay, I was wrong. That chick is not in Nightmare on Elm Street. He has no reaction to it. He's just like, yeah, I've had enough of this. Closes it. That guy's so sadistic too. Like he's like, it's almost like he enjoys watching them. It is in fact the Peanut House. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nightmare on Elm Street humanized them a lot more, and this is just like, oh, look at these freaks. Yeah. Well, yeah, in old school asylums and Lovecraft stories, they would treat the mental patients like, you know, just freaks. Imagine Quagmire shows up at the door and he's like, you got any brain-dead chicks you let guys screw for money? Right this way, sir. You remember that? When they go to that 50s asylum, and Cleveland talks back to the guy, and he's like, a Negro talking back to a white man? He's insane. Take him in. And then Peter's like, now hold on a second. He didn't. And then he's like, oh, a white man standing up for a Negro? He's insane. Take him in. And then Joe's like, well, hold. And then he's like, everyone knows all cripples are insane. Take him in. And then Quagmire's still standing there, and they're like, can I help you, sir? And he's like, do you got any brain-dead chicks in there you let guys screw for money? And he's like, right this way, sir. Like when he had the bloody finger and put it in her mouth. Yeah. There's no way that the Dwemer puzzle box wasn't at least a little inspired by that. Somehow Frank returned. That's a noise. No, he did not make that noise in the original movie. See, look, he looks like he's like fucking that guy in that scene. Yeah. Yeah. Why do they want their fingers in their mouth, I wonder? Just like the taste of whatever they touched? I don't think they showed that in the previous movie, did they? The scene where she was on the bed with her face peeled off, the mom or the stepmom, I don't think they showed that in the first movie, did they? Lady, you're nuttier than a fruitcake. Imagine he just said that to her. Yeah, but Corbin, let's face it. Ooh, you wouldn't believe it if some chick told you she saw a bunch of demons, would you? Yeah, exactly. I'd sooner start hitting myself on the head with a hammer and going before I believe that. Yeah? Was that a droopy voice you were doing? Now I've seen everything. Whoa. Now I've seen everything. Yeah. Like how he goes in and sees a bed covered in blood and chains, and his only response is, weird. Perplexing. How queer! Right? Yeah, if you found in them tunnels in New York, it basically is what they found. Just with shit instead of blood, right? So, on that board that looks like they tried to, like, write math equations or something, there's literally just, like, a bow and arrow drawn on it. Oh, yeah. That was a good movie. I still need to edit that for YouTube. I always forget to do that one. Because remember, like, that one got blocked for copyright, so then I put it on Facebook and Rumble, but I haven't done the YouTube version yet. And that was a while ago. That was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point, wasn't it? Hell, did you even remember that we did Seed of Chucky before I uploaded it? Well, I uploaded it recently, you know, like a week or two ago. Children of the Vortex. Puberty link with psychic phenomena. Do 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 do. Dude, is that Don Knotts from the Andy Griffith Show? These puzzle boxes are puzzling me. Maybe if I sell it to that guy in Balmora, he'll do me a favor and then let me help me whatever it is he does in the Morrowind quest. I don't remember. It's something to do with Chaos. It's the first quest that he tells you something about the sixth house or something, right? His chest had these weird sores or something on them. Oh, maggots! The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. I like how you just turned it into the Indian voice. I'm telling you, the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They play pinochle on your snout. I'm telling you, you don't want to laugh as a hearse goes by, my friend. You may be the next to die. Yeah, no, it absolutely would not. Like, if I was covered in bugs, I wouldn't want to cut my skin to get rid of them. Ooh, this guy is a freakazoid, isn't he? Imagine he pulls out his cock and starts cutting it, too. Yeah, this makes no sense. This is awful. And this guy, I can't tell if this guy's turned on, perplexed, or alarmed. Yeah, he's like, you know what? I just want to see what would happen. I'm just gonna put this guy in here and just watch what happens. Gonna give him a razor. Dude, is Frank coming back? Oh, it is? It does look like that's what they're going for, yeah. Because it's like the same fucking skin, the way he looked. Oh, that's a chick, though. There's tits on that. The stepmom? I think her name was Julia? Yeah. Could you imagine being that other guy and just hearing all this go on? Like, props to this guy for not wigging out and staying calm so he can stay hidden. She trying to peg him or something? Yeah, I think that literally is Julia. Like, that's her eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a little bit of time. Just want a sampler, you know, just a little bit, just a little dab. This guy just gonna start fucking her like that? Like, she's already basically at the point the guy was at before he killed his brother. Yeah, they are really gross. I do too. I like gore. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is better if there's an actual plot, but like, well, like, look, this has a story. I'm gonna be honest. Guinea Pig 1, I actually found kind of boring when I watched it. Yeah, I need to watch that one. I have the whole set, you know. It's on Blu-ray though, so I can't really screen share it. What, takes out his cock and just starts fucking her like that? Dude, it sure is weird they got Leonardo DiCaprio and drag in this movie. Oh, I'm seeing stars. Hi, Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, more like Leonardo DiCaprio. Got him. Dude, that's 7 years bad luck, you bitch. Yeah, she's just like leaving blood all over his house, breaking his mirror. Yeah? And you just broke my shit, bitch. I like to imagine that this guy had no idea what the hell was going to happen. He just wanted to see what happened if he put one of those freaks in there and gave him a blade. And then this happened, and he's just like, fuck it, I'll roll with this. But yeah, but then this happens, and he's like, okay, cool. Weird, disgusting, fleshy girlfriend. I'll take it. Right? I always wanted to fuck meat from Mortal Kombat, but with tits. Imagine he just starts licking his fingers. And get head from the dead. I mean, at least he's covering up her blood so it doesn't get everywhere anymore. You know, for the Cenobites not having people escape from them ever, it's they're 2 for 2 now. 2 have escaped. And not that far from each other. Like, you guys suck. She's like a mummy. Hollow Man? Oh, yeah, good night, Mommy, yeah. Yeah, those kids were terrible. Or that kid, because he was crazy. Yeah, wrong kid died. Because watch, what if the other twin was normal and wasn't fucking insane? This is really weird. Aren't you just fucking turned on right now, Corbin? Oh yeah. Gotta love all that fucking flesh and blood and fucking bones and stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, now she's gonna put his finger in her mouth, just like... See, what is with this bitch and putting fingers in her mouth? Oh, yeah. Dude, fucking... We'll work on a fucking car engine, get our hands covered in grease, and then eat a sandwich without washing our hands. Men are gross with their hands. Oh, that's gross. Yeah. She wants to fucking do the same thing and kill people to give to her father. So she's no better. Now jam your finger in her mouth. I guess so. Corbin, you just need to walk up to a girl and shove your fingers in her mouth to assert dominance. Right? When someone has a bimbo moment or senior moment, we ought to call it a Biden moment. I think people do call that a Biden moment when somebody has a fucking, like, their brain just be annihilated. Yeah, he's like, oh, you got far too much skin, and just tears it off. Remember in SpongeBob where he's complaining about the x-ray glasses he's got? Yeah, those x-ray glasses I got were a total ripoff. They couldn't see through people's skin at all, just their clothes. Wasn't it Tesla? Well, no, yeah, but the black guy didn't invent the light bulb. He invented a part that was used in light bulbs. Does she have a completely different accent in this than she did in the first movie? Because in the first movie, I don't think she had, like, a British accent, right? And it sounded like she had... Maybe she's faking it, right? Or maybe I'm just hearing things and being stupid. I don't know. Now this looks like a real corpse party going on here, if you know what I'm saying. Don Knotts? Dude, Pinhead. Who you calling Pinhead? Is it terrible? I mean, there's lots of corpses, so yeah, it's terrible. Were they planning into crossover? Yeah, I'd like to see Ash fight Pinhead. That'd be cool. Well, because you know there's a comic of Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. She eating his tongue? She just had a strip on her back that was missing. But now it's covered, so she's got all of her flesh now. That nigga dead. It's true. You have surprisingly good taste in men, because, you know, she's saying he tasted good. It's like that joke at the end of A Boy and His Dog. He's turned for what? What is he doing with her? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's Leonardo DiCaprio in a wig, Corbin. Granted, I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio would have been this old at that point, right? Because when was he born? You know who else she kind of looks like? Right, yeah, her jaw is big. But do you know who else she looks like? Val Kilmer. That's who. Yeah, she looks a lot like Val Kilmer. I'd say she actually looks more like Val Kilmer than Leonardo DiCaprio. But you know who Val Kilmer is, right? He was Iceman in Top Gun. He was also in that movie Real Genius. He was also Batman. Yeah. Like, obviously when he was younger, not how he looks now, but... Val Kilmer was in Willow? I'm not familiar with that one. I don't know, maybe stop playing with that thing if weird shit's happening, yeah? Dude, what is this? Hideous? Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can't solve a Rubik's Cube. Yeah. You know, I cheated to solve a Rubik's Cube once by just taking off the stickers and putting them all on. Val Kilmer is a Mongoloid as he's part Mongolian ancestry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they come in and, like, all the Cenobites just look at this chick and they're like, ew, what is this thing? It's got the face of a man. The female Cenobite was recast in this. Like, it's very clearly a different chick. Yeah, so they can't, but neither did the girl in the first one. I call bullshit. It is not hands that call us, but desire. So you tell, yeah, the girl from the first one wanted it, like secretly, subconsciously. Oh. Yeah. But they're just bullshit because they didn't want to kill this retard girl. They didn't want to kill female Leonardo DiCaprio fucking Val Kilmer hybrid. They're like, we can't kill Minecraft Steve. Yeah. Dude, she's entered the back rooms. Yeah, there you go. Enter her back room, exactly. What, the brunette? I was gonna say, the brunette's not gross. It's a chick from the first one. And this one's gross. This one's like I said, like fucking Val Kilmer in drag. What is this shit? Mommy! They took an X chromosome from Leonardo DiCaprio and Val Kilmer and made her out of it? Imagine if that, like, fucking one of the killer clowns from outer space just came out of that clown face. Yeah. What the fuck? Dude, so I ordered Dr. Pepper with grape, right? They put, like, actual grapes in it. Like at the bottom of the cup! Oh no, they're cherries. These are cherries. What the hell? I don't know. I didn't even ask for cherry syrup. I didn't ask for cherry at all. I got grape, coconut, and blue watermelon. Or sorry, grape, watermelon, and blue coconut. That's odd. Usually the blood gets off at the second floor. Why are they still coming after her? Are they saying she still desires it? What the fuck? Again, so that is what they're going for. Right? I think Pinhead's also... What? Yeah, there you go. I think Pinhead's recast in this one, too. Pinhead. I think it's a different guy than the first one. Not... Let's find out. So... Where is... Pinhead? You're right. Never mind. I was wrong. My mistake. Oh, so that's why they changed it in the later movies, because the actor's like, no, I'm not going to be in this shit. Like, he liked being in the ones he was in, but then when he saw the scripts were getting bad, he's like, nah, none of that. Maybe he just had enough of being in bad ones, and he's like, I think I've done enough bad movies. Koreans give kids surgery to look whiter to do better in jobs. In the first world, self-hating whites identify as Korean and get surgery to fake it. After watching BTS, the grass is always greener. Okay. There's that one guy who, had surgery to make himself look Korean. Nice is good 'cause mean is bad. Nice is better than mean. Hugs are good, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs 'cause drugs are bad. Hugs are better than drugs. Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle's great. Dude, this looks like the old abandoned-ass looking buildings in that movie, The Trial, based on the book by Franz Kafka. Ah, Leviathan. Okay. This guy's a freak. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. It's a win-win, really. This looks like a fucking demented saw trap. It looks like he's sucking on it. That's right, I remember. I forgot about that Malcolm in the Middle song. Keep your crack and your LSD. I'm smoking something that God gave me. I'm getting high on love. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah. Now I'm staring out the window. Meow, 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 meow. Malcolm should have done that one thing, though. You know the thing. Yeah. Probably. That's probably we're on the same page. What the fuck? Imagine if she just started eating the lipstick. Yeah, it really does. I was about to say the same thing. This is some Silent Hill shit. Daddy, no. Daddy, yes. Yeah. Can I be frank with you? Remember that really disgusting, like, sexually abusive dad in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5? Yeah, those things do look like something from Silent Hill too. Yeah. Well, and there is a hospital level, so that is the kind of shit you'd see there. Yeah. Anything, 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 anything. That's impossible. You're not just wrong, you're stupid. And you're ugly just like your mom. What did she burn that caused this? Like, she threw, like, the sheet at a candle, and then this just happened. What the hell? I guess knocking over the candle to burn the picture of him is what did it, maybe? You fucked up my face. Yeah, it really does make a lot less sense. The first one was a lot easier to follow. Yeah, like with this, they're just putting a bunch of shit that's like, let's make a bunch of confusing and gross shit and call it a day. Hmm. Come on, bitch, you told him he'd do anything for him. Yeah. John Wayne, he said it all the time, don't you know? John Wayne would always be like, you're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. I don't know. I guess she killed him. I guess she did that because he killed her in the previous movie. That makes sense, I guess. Since that's what he said to her when he fucking betrayed her. Yeah. That's the guy, the doctor. Now he's a Cenobite. Yeah, he's basically just got the cut-up face of Pinhead, but without any of the cool shit. Like, without the pins. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, aesthetically this movie's cool, but there's just a bunch of weird and gross shit that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah. This fucking chick already looks like a Cenobite. Why did that happen? Like, I genuinely feel like a lot of this movie is like, okay, but what caused that? Like, that's my question with like half of the shit happening in this movie. Seriously, so can the Cenobites just kill this thing already? Yeah, she could fit an Xbox game in her mouth. Now break her neck. You ever... Oh, yeah. I'd try it out. And then I'd give her to the Cenobites. That's the first thing she says? Like, I thought they were gonna, like, build it up for this chick to finally say something in the end. But no, the fucking doctor comes back as a Cenobite, and the first thing this bitch says is, shit. It's time to play the game. Yeah, Cenobites are freaky. Like, they are scary. I think this is the thing where they get the Satan voice from South Park, because I think this is the part where he's like, I remember. Yeah. This is the scene. This is where they got the voice for Satan in South Park. He's gonna put that finger in her mouth. In her huge-ass mouth. It is kind of stupid that the Cenobites are just like, oh wait, I remember I was human, and then they just, like, stop being evil immediately. Like, it's kind of dumb. Yeah, this movie is, like, really stupid. It's just, like, there's some stuff that looks cool, but the plot's actually pretty retarded. Yeah, the first one was great. Looks like a freak now. Put the pins and stuff back on. You look less freaky. Yeah, this movie's dumb. Yeah, why? What'll it do? I think maybe putting the puzzle back together will somehow get them out of hell. I don't know. Yeah, you're cutting out a lot. Right. I mean, look, solving, like, putting the other puzzle back together is how she got rid of them in the first movie. See, the first one was, like, simple, and it was like, okay, there's these cool, like, demonic god things. This one's like, here's just a bunch of shit. Like, hey, this is like the god Leviathan, and it's like a crystal that you make out of the, or like, that you make out of the box, and then it becomes huge and, like, puts you in your own personal hell. And then also all the Cenobites were human, and if you just remind them that they're human, they'll just randomly, like, not be evil at all anymore. You're pissing your pants! You're pissing your pants! You knew it was a puzzle! Earlier in the movie you said, you understand this, Tiffany, you have to help me! See, you knew it was the fucking puzzle. What are you talking about? What the hell? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, none of this makes any sense. Like, I guess just because this guy's a freaky, evil doctor, that he just wants to, like, hurt people, so then he wanted to become a Cenobite? But, wait, no, what? What's happening now? Don't tell me she tries to help her. She's got to be helping the doctor, right? Because if she helps the girl, that's retarded. Like, you know, you're distracting him, so she's gonna fucking solve the thing. Fucking morons. Can they not fucking tell what she's doing? Like, Jesus, why are they kissing for so long? This doctor is like the worst one. Like he's the worst Cenobite. Fuck him. Why did what? Why do you care? Why? Why should she trust you? Is this the other girl wearing her skin for some reason? Because that's the only way this could even potentially make sense, but even then, why would she need to wear this lady's skin? Why is she doing nothing? She's just letting her fall. Okay, now she's... Yeah, why the hell was she wearing the other lady's skin? What the fuck? Like, was it as a disguise to distract the guy? Is that what it was? So she wore Julia's skin to trick the bad guy, but then that didn't matter because his own fucking tentacle head thing killed him. None of that mattered. The thing, like, the Cenobite just, like, killed himself. Like, did solving the puzzle make the tentacle thing kill him? Or did it just do that? Did he just die because? Because, like, it looks like the puzzle thing is just barely taking effect, even though she solved it, like, 5 minutes ago. Yeah, this movie's retarded. What are these fucking sound effects? The weird little baby noises or whatever it's making. Yeah, seriously, what the hell did the script say? What was that all about? What? Why did the wall just roar? Yeah, and then the worm thing on his head kills him for no reason at all. Also, the other thing that's bullshit, when she put on Julia's skin, it changed her eye color. That's bullshit, because when Frank put on the other guy's skin in the first one, it didn't change his eye colors, and that was one of the dead giveaways. This movie didn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's just a bunch of shit. Yeah, dreams do have more meaning than this. I find it funny that the guy who played Pinhead was willing to do shit like this, but then decided he didn't want to be in bad movies. Taste it. It's blood, you idiot. That's such a calm, take a look at this. If I found a mattress covered in blood, I'd be like, dude, get the fuck in here, look at this shit. You know what I mean? Oh, he was eaten by a mattress. Huh. Oh, golly gee, would you look at that? This guy's not reacting like at all. There's a dick there, it looks like. Look at that skeleton humping it. This is retarded. This movie sucks. Yeah. Well, that was... Well, I can honestly say, I've unmuted you now, just so you know, you're not muted anymore. Hellraiser 2 was fucking retarded.
Yeah, that movie's, like, way worse than the first one.
Like, the only thing I can say as a positive is there's some aesthetically cool stuff.
Yeah, there's, like, a lot of stuff that looked cool. But, like, nothing that made sense. Like, I have no idea how somebody could write that as a script. Like, how could... It's just a bunch of crazy visuals. Like, how could you even explain any of what happens in that?
Yeah, like you said, I want to know what the fuck was written in the script. It's like, there's a tentacle thing on this guy's head, and then the main chick is wearing the other chick's skin, but it doesn't matter, because the worm thing on his head kills him, so she didn't actually need to distract him. But then... she solves... The retarded girl solves the puzzle, but it doesn't matter. But it takes like 10 minutes for the puzzle to actually realize that it's been solved. And then they run through the hallway, and a bunch of laser beams come out of the puzzle while making baby noises. And then the wall like roars while it shuts.
A baby doll on it for some reason. Yeah. That weird skeleton thing making noises.
That was so bad.
Like, seriously, my dreams make more sense than that movie.
The first one actually had an interesting and good plot, whereas the second one's just like, let's just make a bunch of shit happens and pretend that it's deep so that people are like, oh, maybe this actually means something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, the reason stuff like in Berserk, like weird when they do weird stuff like that, or in Silent Hill or any of that stuff, like the reason it works is because it actually, you can see an underlying, or even with David Lynch, like you can at least put together some meaning. Like in this, there was no meaning, it was just a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Really, like to compare it to a drug trip wouldn't be fair to a drug trip, because at least those explain some psychological thing about yourself, while this just like there's nothing to put together.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I wonder what people think of Hellraiser 2. Let's take a look at reviews, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna go on IMDb. It has 3 stars out of 5. So people gave this 3 stars. That's crazy to me. That's Seems very generous.
Yeah, I'd give it 2.
Yeah, two sounds about right. Because there's some enjoyable aesthetic. It was fun to watch because it got fucking stupid, and it had some interesting concepts at the beginning. So there is like, it's not like the worst thing. Like, I'd watch it again, sure, but like, it's not good, you know.
I mean, second Nightmare on Elm Street movie. The second Nightmare on Elm Street movie had like a lot more meaning.
Well, yeah, the second Nightmare on Elm Street movie is like one of my favorites now. So apparently the director always intended for the Cenobites to have once been human, and he had the backstories in mind with the first movie, but didn't have time to actually explore it. So he, like, their weird origins and confirming they used to be human was important to, like, I mean, to be fair, them being human isn't inherently a bad thing, but the fact that it's just like, hey, you were human, remember? And they're like, oh shit, well, I guess we can't do evil stuff now.
Yeah, like in the first movie, I just thought they already knew that they used to be people and they didn't care. They were just all about torture now.
Yeah. Where's the reviews? That's what I want to find. User reviews, here we go. 7 out of 10. Everyone's favorite stepmom is back, and this time she's skinless. Even if the story's weak, bringing back the surviving or not surviving cast members of the original can make a sequel better. Everyone thinks crazy old Kirsty Cotton is making stories of... So just a summary of it, blah, blah, blah. The acting is similar to the first film, but the special effects are a bit more elaborate this time around as the budget was bigger due to... The special effects looked worse, though. Like the worm shits coming out of his fingers look like shit.
The special effects was better early on. Like, I like the cool stuff. For, like,
oh yeah, there was a lot of good special effects in the second movie, but like towards the end, you know.
Yeah, but like I like the scene, like I said, the scene that like looks like it came straight out of Silent Hill with like the people under the with the people on the tables, with the women on the tables like writhing around like they're in pain or something.
Yeah, that was cool.
Blankets.
So here's a review that says 6 out of 10 goes to hell when they go to hell. I do agree that is probably where the movie starts to get bad, is once they actually go to hell.
Yeah.
Released just over a year after the original, Hellraiser 2 picks up right where the last one ended, but with Clive Barker releasing a majority of creative control, he still receives a story by credit to screenwriter friend Pete Atkins and first-time director Tony Randall. The end result is a film that faithfully echoes Barco's earlier work, and yet also undermines it. The film's biggest problem is the script, which relies too much on coincidence. For example, a new character, Dr. Chenard, has a deep and previously existing interest in lament configuration. And Kirsty's neighbor in the mental ward just happens to be a mute girl who is really good at solving puzzles. Things like this exist solely to move the plot from point A to point B, and so on. Something the original Hellraiser lacked in its confined dysfunctional family storyline. To Atkins' credit, the script does effectively introduce the backstory of Pinhead, and yet features some appropriately bleak dialogue, including perhaps the series' best line, "Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell." Yeah, that was a good line. In their attempt to deliver something bigger and better than the original, the filmmakers further damage themselves when it comes to Kirsty's adversaries. The sequel has two great foes for Kirsty to battle, Julia and Pinhead. But the script makes them secondary and shifts the focus to the ridiculous Dr. Chenard. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, Pinhead should have been the big bad. While in human form, he is a fearsome villain, but once he becomes a Cenobite, all goes out the window in favor of a guy who delivers one-liners. The doctor is in! Yeah. At this point in the series, even Pinhead hadn't sunk that low. On top of all of that, Atkins actually has the Cenobite Chenard dispatch the lead Cenobites in a battle. Yeah, the fact that guy kills all of the other Cenobites is ridiculous. That is so trivializing, it makes you wonder why anyone feared those guys in the first place. Tony Randall handles the film well visually with his two best sequences taking place in hell. One is when the mute Tiffany experiences her own surreal vision of hell. Yeah. That includes everything from the deranged clowns to a clever Giallo tribute. I thought that just a bunch of shit happening was kind of weird.
Yeah.
The other is when Go ahead.
Yeah, like if I was gonna do a movie like this, like I'd have a bunch of crazy shit happen, but it would all at least be like metaphorical for something psychological or for something that actually means something.
Yeah,
like,
rather than just a bunch of surreal shit that is like, I wonder what the meaning could be. I don't know. Let's just throw a bunch of shit at the wall.
Yeah.
Let's see. The other is when Kirsty confronts her Uncle Frank in a fiery... See, like, Frank and Julia were pointless in this movie as well. Like, they were so big and built up that it would be a big thing them returning, especially Julia, right? Because the last one it was Frank, this one it was Julia. And she just kind of she's just gone after a certain point. You know what I mean? Like, she's just completely thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
dude, I don't know how they could how how do people watch that movie and are like understand anything that happened? Like, how could you even like it isn't like if you're gonna give something a good review, don't you have to think understand what happened?
Right. Well, I think this review is like fairly balanced because it's a 6 out of 10 they gave it, and they've had a lot of negative criticism so far.
Mm-hmm.
The other is when Kirsty confronts her Uncle Frank in a fiery tomb housing floating slabs that carry moaning, bloody bodies. These visions of hell are certainly unique to the film world, but ultimately the film doesn't have the budget to properly convey this. Instead of a sweeping landscape, we get characters traveling what seems to be the same tunnel over a few M.C. Escher-style matte paintings. That's true. It really does feel like an M.C. Escher painting. Most disappointing is the unveiling of Leviathan as an amorphous black blur emitting from a large version of the box. Outside of those uneven effects, the rest of the film's effects work is really well done. Bob Kane and his crew return from the original film and deliver an abundant amount of blood, making sure that the standard of delivering cinematic images beyond belief continues. Like I said, I do think that the effects, there were a lot of good effects. There were some subpar ones, but overall, I would say the effects were good.
Yeah. I mean, I think the effects are, like, the only reason to really watch that movie.
Yeah. Let's see. The bloody resurrection of Julia and the transformation of Dr. Chenard are the film's FX highlights. Obviously, the unrated version is the way to go. In addition, there's another version. There's an unrated version, but oh well. In addition to these striking images, Hellbound contains the world's first male skinless female kiss.
What a groundbreaking movie.
See, that's more representation, male on skinless female. Like it's saying regular male, skinless female. Yeah, it's true. Who'd have thought? And for a film with such taboo images, it features some consistently great acting. I don't know about great. The acting wasn't bad, but I don't know about great. Lead Ashley Lawrence, was she really in her teens when this was filmed? No, she wasn't. She was like 38. She was like 33.
No. You know what a teenager looks like?
Is actually better than she was in the first film. New faces Kenneth Cranham and William Hope are both good as the bad doctor and good doctor, respectively. Doug Bradley, graduating from lead Cenobite to a full-fledged pinhead, maintains his wicked demeanor as Hell's #1 agent. Yeah, but then he just is like, nah, I'm a good guy now because I'm human. Immediately. Like, no, not even a thought. While projecting the right amount of emotion when reminded of his What? No! You think that's projecting the right amount of emotion when projecting his human form to just immediately change to a completely different character? However,
if nothing.
If Hellraiser... Go ahead.
All he throat cut.
Yeah.
Well, he did nothing.
Yeah, he turned into a human, walked up to the guy, and then got his throat slit. Yeah. However, if Hellraiser 2 truly belongs to anyone, it's Claire Higgins as the evil stepmother Julia Cotton. No, she was built up for like the first half of the movie, and then in the entire second half of the movie is just gone. Like, she just gets swept down a hallway and her skin falls off, and then she's not in it again.
Mm-hmm. Like, I really think the main reason is for the effects for, like, the first 2/3 of them.
They really should have kept it simple and just focused on the evil stepmother coming back and had it be similar to the first movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, even then, I don't think I think the plot was like doomed to be kind of like just like boring and repetitive from the start. Like, I think they should have moved on to a new cast.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you know what? They shouldn't have had any characters come back. It should have just been someone else getting involved with the Cenobites.
Yeah, the Cenobites come back, but like, yeah. Like, I want to see it revolve around different people. I don't need to see these people again. They weren't like the interesting part exactly of the first movie.
Right. With a cold manner dipped in extra bitchiness, Higgins is almost too good for the proceedings. No, like, actually, I will say this. Her character is wasted. She could have been an interesting character, like, coming back, you know, now she's the one who came back when she previously brought someone else back. That could have been interesting. But it just wasn't, because they're just like, no, we don't need her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
New World's efforts for the low-budget follow-up paid off, with the film earning just under $12 million, with the original grossed $14.5 million. Sadly, the next time Pinhead and his brethren appeared on screen, they were firmly in the claws of Miramax's Dimension line. This move resulted in a succession of sequels that, while passable, moved the original series further from Clive Barker's groundbreaking original. Well, do you think 3 will be as bad as that?
I don't know. I think 3 I remember being better. Oh, hi. Hey, Hybrid.
Yeah, what's up, Hybrid?
Hey.
We just got done watching Hellraiser 1 and 2.
Really? That's great. I love those movies.
The first one was good, really good, but the second one was fucking stupid. Like, it had good effects, but the plot was retarded.
But wasn't that the craziest movie you have ever seen?
The second movie, yeah, was like nuts.
I agree. Yeah, it was fucking nuts. You're right.
It was worth it, just for that. Because what the fuck is going on the whole fucking time?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Corbin, it has a 4.6 star rating on Amazon, though. Like, it has a 3-star rating on IMDb, but on Amazon it gets rated 4.6. Like, granted, on Amazon people tend to rate higher because they actually buy it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, like the third part of that whole movie was like the weirdest part. Like, the last third of it, I mean.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. And so, like, the story got made less and when it just became an excuse to see a bunch of, like, interesting looking things happen.
Like, honestly, like, I would want the third one to make the second one non-canon. That's what I'd want. You know what I mean?
Well, the third one, like, one thing I remember about the third one is that the pillar looks a lot cooler than it does in the first one. Because the pillar in the second one looked really funny with the baby doll and all the crap on it.
It has a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.6 average rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So it got mixed or average reviews. Roger Ebert said it was some kind of avant-garde film strip, which there's no beginning, no middle, and end, but simply a series of gruesome images that can be watched in any order.
Yeah.
Well, I think it did have like a clear beginning and ending. It's just the ending, just everything made no sense.
But yeah, well, like I said, Pinhead just being like, I remember, I'm a person, I'm a human. Let's stop being evil now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then just
turns human and gets his throat slit.
When they find out they're humans, they become defenseless and then just like allow themselves to die.
Oh, that's why the what are they called? The demons don't want to become human ever, just because of that.
The Cinderbots?
Cenobites, but
I think that's Cenobites. Yeah.
Cinderbots. That sounds like a fire robot.
Basically, you know, like, I've seen, I think, most of the movies, and I think Hellraiser 10, that's when, that's their worst nightmare. That's a spoiler right there. they become human.
Yeah, we the Hellraiser movies I haven't seen much of, but like the first Hellraiser movie like had like a real like a genuinely like iconic story. It feels like a classic Lovecraft story, while the second one is literally like less meaning than you would get out of an actual dream. Like it just means nothing. Like nothing is metaphorical for anything. It's all just like what cool looking stuff can we do. And there's no excuse. They don't even give excuses for all the cool looking stuff. It literally just has no meaning. They don't put in any effort to explain what's happening ever.
You know what else?
I like to...
The when you think about it, right? When what's her name? The Kirsty, when she was wearing Julia's skin, she made out with that doctor for like a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah.
While wearing her stepmother's skin.
Yeah.
That's like some Freudian logic. You know, maybe there was a reason why.
I don't think there was a reason.
There was no reason for anything of that.
Fan service.
If that's what you call fan service, Hybrid.
Well, I guess the way I like to see it is that the first movie is like the first parts of the Golden Age arc in Berserk.
What?
And then they fall into hell.
Okay, actually, never mind. I'll let you continue. For a second, I was thinking the second, but you said first. I'll let you continue.
Okay, the first movie is like the premise, because the first movie
I don't
starts
know
off
that,
like a.
I don't know that the premise is similar. I'm going to be honest. Like the Cenobites absolutely inspired the God Hand, but that's literally the only connection I can make.
Right. Maybe not the premise, but I mean like the structure.
Well,
I'm reaching
I would say I would say you are reaching, because the structure of the Golden Age arc is medieval warfare with a little bit of demons sprinkled in, and then at the end it all goes to hell.
Right, but then it goes to hell, right? That's the second movie. They're literally in hell, and then in the third and like the rest of the movies,
I have not seen the
God's
movie
hand...
versions, but like the Golden Age arc, it literally ends with Femto, doesn't it? Like the actual arc.
Oh, I meant. Yes, I meant in the Hellraiser movies. They explain what the Cenobites are, like the.
I think that's a mistake.
Aspect.
Like legitimately, I think that explaining them is a mistake.
Oh.
Yeah, they do kind of work better as just like things they summon and don't really understand, like gods that are like that's what they should be, or like they should be like demonic gods. I think.
What? Hold the fuck on! This can't be right.
What is it?
I'm looking at the Wikipedia article, right? This has to be a troll. Someone put this on here as a joke. Hold on.
It's Hellraiser.
No, trust me. Hold on. Look at this. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm looking at the Wikipedia article, right? Look under video games. Look at the first thing it says right here. Super 3D Noah's Ark originated as a Hellraiser license for the Nintendo Entertainment System. During the course of its development, the games abandoned the Hellraiser license and converted it into a simplified game based on the Bible. That's bullshit. There's no way that's true.
Yeah, that's obviously not. How could that be in the wiki?
Wikipedia has no standards. That's absolute bullshit. Like, I love it because it's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
But they clearly made this up. What's their source on this? Where was that source? Hold on. How a Hellraiser tie-in became Super 3D Noah's Ark. This is from GameDeveloper.com. Where's the article? There's no article! The link is a lie!
Yeah, it's a lie. I would have believed it, though.
Why would you have believed that Super 3D Noah's Ark started as a Hellraiser game?
Well, like maybe they use the same engine. They just recycled the game's engine.
It's literally Wolfenstein 3D with a fucking Noah's Ark coat of paint.
Okay, well they recycled the paint and scrapped the old project.
No.
I don't know.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking up Super 3D Noah's Ark Hellraiser. No, there's no way.
Okay.
Because it's a Christian video game company, Wisdom Tree, that released it. There's no way in hell they would have been doing it as a Hellraiser tie-in. There's a couple
Yeah,
of
you're
bullshit articles I see here that claim it. Hellraiser Color Dreams. So, okay, this is the tie-in one. Because Color Dreams is the... So, if you don't know, Color Dreams and Wisdom Tree are the same company. So, wait, is this actually true? Hold on. Hellraiser was a game developed by Color Dreams sometime between 1993 and 1994. It was based on the movie series of the same name. Originally, Color Dreams obtained the Hellraiser license to make a Hellraiser game in 1990 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, using a modified cartridge system. Due to the production costs, it was shelved along with the license. The lack of details and sharing of the same developer has led many websites and online users to believe that the NES game was actually based on the Wolfenstein 3D engine, despite the fact that Wolfenstein 3D hadn't even been in production in 1990. So it's bullshit.
Oh, wasn't the Wolfenstein 3D game made in 1987 in the 80s?
No.
Oh, it's a 90s game
Yeah.
then.
Okay. Sometime in 1993 or 94, Color Dreams got a hold of the Wolfenstein 3D engine and started to work on a different Hellraiser game. Ah! Okay. For DOS, a Super Nintendo version would have been possible, considering Noah's Ark's release. Development didn't see much... So this shit is kinda true.
Really?
You're telling me this
which
shit is
part?
kinda true. You're telling me that they were actually going to make a Hellraiser game with Wolfenstein 3D's engine, lost the license and said, fuck it, we'll use our Christian company and make it a Noah's Ark game instead. That happened.
No, I think you just explained that Wolfenstein
No,
3D wasn't even
No.
invented yet.
In 1990. That was for the other one. But in 1993, Color Dreams went on to get a hold of the license of Wolfenstein 3D and started to work on a different Hellraiser game,
Oh,
which is the one that
okay.
became Super 3D Noah's Ark. So it's fucking true.
Right. Oh, shit.
So the part that's not true is it wasn't going to be for the NES. That's something Wikipedia has wrong.
Okay.
It was going to be for DOS, because they had a different Hellraiser game plan for the NES. So they had the license to Hellraiser, and they were licensing the Wolfenstein 3D engine. They lost the Hellraiser license, still had the Wolfenstein license, and said, hey, let's make a Bible game instead. That's fucking nuts!
Yeah. What the fuck?